Is it important to pray this prayer standing up? Why do we do it standing up? Sometimes there are those that fall on their knees. Sometimes people sit. It's not necessarily that you have to stand all the time. These are external matters that have no inner meaning, but it's in order to show a person what is he actually expressing by saying these words. So the members of the Knesset Agdolah, the Great Assembly, determined also these different external forms. But it's not important. What's important is the work at heart. This is how we have to see the prayer, and that it has different external forms, that's on the way. And also to ask of the Creator, we have to be in a minyan, a congregation of 10, meaning we have to pray in public, yes. The special thing about it is that I have to annul myself towards people like me, at least for us to be 10 together, and then according to my inner structure, I reach the annulment of my ego towards others, and this way I truly annul myself towards the Creator. What does it mean to annul my ego towards others? It means that if we reach such a state towards each other where no one prays for himself, but we all pray to the Creator to give him contentment, like we're children that have a mother and we're all in consent to pray for her benefit, meaning to perform some action, to have some thought for her benefit. So it follows that each of us comes out of his own ego, rises above his own ego. But what does it have to do with others? I can do it by myself for my mother's benefit. No. You have no connection with the mother. You don't know how you can annul yourself towards your mother. But in order to know that you can annul yourself towards your mother, you have to annul yourself towards others. Suppose you're 10 brothers. So if you annul yourself towards the other 9, you'll exactly do what your mother demands you to. And this word, annulment, to annul myself towards my brothers, what does it mean? To the extent that you love them, that you want to do good to them, like your mother tells you. Don't be that way that you take from them, give them, make concessions, be a good kid, do good. So the annulment is the annulment of a desire which I have towards those other people. Yeah, this is what we do in a 10, in a group, otherwise there's no prayer. If a person prays on his own, it's an egoistic prayer, and he should know that. Therefore, all of our prayers are done only in public. I want to understand the matter of the public because I understand that it's essential. It's the principal matter. Okay, previously we talked about a child turning to his mother. This I understand. Now you're saying that we need a 10 because we can't turn to the mother. Why? Because the Creator will not hear the prayer of the individual. So there's another principle here. What is it? Because I can turn to the Creator on condition that I'm in equivalence of form with Him, that I'm close to Him. What does that mean in spirituality? It doesn't mean that I have to fly someplace, but it means that I have to be similar to His qualities, that my qualities will be in order to bestow like His are. What does it mean to bestow? To bestow, it means to do good to others. So, if I want to be close to the Creator, then He and I can be in equivalence towards others. So, if I reach a state where I do good to my 10, to the so-called minyan, the congregation of 10, then by that I truly connect to the Creator and I do good to Him. It's as if your mother tells you, don't do anything good for me. If you want me to feel good, do good things to your brothers. So the mother measures his attitude by how he treats his brothers. Because she herself, she's complete, she's perfect, she doesn't need it. So the mother doesn't measure the child's attitude towards her, but she measures it through his attitude towards his brothers. Yeah, And there's nothing besides that because she is inside them. All of her desire, her internality is in the children. So this is how I show my attitude towards her through her children. Yeah, it's true. The greatest contentment that a parent can have is that the brothers have a good relationship and that they love each other. Right. So here we have the matter of the minyan, the prayer in the public, which, all in all, on the other hand, isn't in order to cause each other good things, but in order to eventually give contentment to the Creator. This is what we need the minyan for. And therefore, the Creator created one man, Adam in Hebrew, as if broke it into many pieces, and then by having a good attitude towards each other, we can give him contentment. And we can't feel whether we're giving him contentment or not, because then it will be a personal interest. But by giving contentment to all of his created beings, by this, for sure, we're giving him contentment. And then we bestow to them not out of our own ego, but we bestow in order to bestow. Now there is a repeating motive in the prayer. I see that he speaks in plural language, asking for the collective of Israel. That's exactly the 10. The collective of Israel, it's a minyan. Small part, big part, doesn't matter. Outside a person, it doesn't matter if it's one person or a million people. If it's outside a person's body, that other person does not belong to him, then he doesn't feel who and what those people are, and therefore there's this condition. If I say that I want to bestow, please go ahead, bestow to others. And bestowing to others, to other people, it means that I really want to bestow to them, and I really don't want to feel any kind of reward. And to begin with, I have no attitude, I feel nothing towards others, but I do it in order to give the Creator contentment. It's a non-simple system, our relations. I have a question. When I go over the requests, till now we said that the standing prayer consists of 3 parts. Praise, then requests, and then gratitude. And the part of the asking, the requests, there's like a shopping list of all those things that I need in life. I want to be healthy and smart and this and that and everything that I ask for. When I think about it, I know many people that ask for these things time and time again, many times, many times, many times. But when I look at the public, I don't say that everyone's healthy, smart, sensitive. There's a public that prays all the time and a public that doesn't pray at all, and there's no difference between them. Yeah, even those that do pray. When my wife goes to the supermarket, she has a list, and if she forgot something, she didn't look at her list. Here, you come with a list. You ask for everything, and you go home with almost an empty cart, with one bag. So how does that mechanism work? When do you get what's written in your shopping list, and when don't you? Is there some kind of a law that applies here that we don't understand? There's several things here. To know how to ask, and to examine that you receive, that you don't come back empty-handed. And therefore it says, make your desire like his. You said this more than once. What does this principle mean? Make your desire like his, so he'll make his desire like yours. What is this formula? On your part, you have to equalize your request with the fulfillment, the reward that the Creator gives. Meaning, for you to want for some mutual state to exist, each of you gives half, contributes to that state. But if you're asking for something that the Creator doesn't have, and the Creator has nothing if you're asking for yourself, and the Creator always has what you ask for others. So, before the prayer, you have to equip yourself with the desire to fulfill others, and then your cart will be full for sure according to what you're asking for. How does the Creator know if I'm asking for something from the bottom of my heart, or is it just lip service? Who do you want to cheat? No, I'm asking, how does He know? The system that you exist in and all of your relations with everyone else, it's He Himself. Sorry, again? The system, which includes all the creatures, with all of their interconnections, with all of the bad and good forces that they have, past, present, future, everything, all of that is called God. All of that is called Havaya. So he doesn't really examine my attitude towards others, but he knows it. It's the entire system itself. It's him. What, God forbid you think about him that he is like a person. It's a system. You're working with a system. And you have to become integrated in it, included in it. You have to be included in it in heart and soul. You have to be in it like God Himself. So think. You have to immerse yourself in the system like the Creator. And then it means that you have a full cart. Previously, really our last question because our time's almost up. You said that if you want to benefit everyone like God wants to benefit them, then you'll get plenty and abundance, right? Like a mother that tells her children. So what does it mean to do good? To bestow? To bestow plenty and abundance onto them, to cause them to be connected with God. That's called good. And that's the only thing that's called good. You have to make sure that everyone have their basic needs in order to exist corporeally wise on the animate level. But beyond that, only connection with God. And this is what we have to try to do. The connection with God that all the greatest of the generation for thousands of years are talking about it as the most exalted thing. Is it still relevant for our times in the modern world? It's going to be realized specifically now in the modern world. And the connection with God is love. Through love another as thyself, to love the Creator, thy God.